guys, it's your girl Joshika of Joshica Beauty. We are celebrating 10 years at Joshica Beauty, the luxury natural hair and skincare brand that celebrates afro-textured hair and self-care. And yes, we are all about growing your hair while growing your self-worth. And we also focus on taking care of your mental, physical, and emotional well-being through the use of self-care. So it's been 10 years! Yay! Celebrate good times. Come on! That's why I'm all dressed up today. Can you believe it? I started this business in Los Angeles, in my Los Angeles apartment in 2015. That was right after the birth of my first child, when I decided to go green and live a clean, greener lifestyle. And that's when I decided to go natural and stay natural. No more wigs, no more weaves, no more flat ironing my hair, no braids, no extensions like the fake hair braids. None of that. I decided to go natural and love my natural hair and wear it out. Then I looked on the market and I found that there weren't really good products on the market that I could trust, first of all, because the brands that were out were just making relaxers about 2 years prior. So I didn't really trust them to make natural hair care products. And plus I was hearing all these bad reviews about their products and things like that, especially the ones that weren't Black owned. So I didn't have a big variety of natural hair care products to choose from. So this was back in 2015. So I decided to go ahead and create my own butters and botanicals after doing some research and finding out what was good for my natural hair texture. And that sparked the creation of Joshica Beauty. So I went from hair care into skincare because I also wanted to create skincare products that were good for me and my baby to use. So it's been 10 years and here we are. I've introduced brand new products. I have written a book. And speaking of book, The Strength of Your Strands came out July 2021, right after the pandemic. So I'm also celebrating 4 years since the book, The Strength of Your Strands, came out. So to commemorate 4 years since I published my book, The Strength of Your Strands, and to celebrate 10 years of Joshica Beauty, I'm gonna read to you what's inside the book and why you should go out and purchase your copy today. The book has 19 chapters, but don't worry, they're really short chapters. And this book, you can probably read it in a day. First, we have the introduction, and then we have part 1, your roots. And your roots start with chapter 1, Happy to be Nappy. And Happy to be Nappy is basically my story and how I grew up wanting straight hair and my influences, and how I told my aunt one day that I wanted to be a white girl. Just my childhood, my earliest childhood memories about my hair. So I start off telling my story. Chapter 2, Who told you your hair was not beautiful? And chapter 2 is all about the negative stigmas that we've been told about our hair, things that we still hear about our hair. Who told you your hair wasn't beautiful? Somebody somewhere said something negative about your hair and it's stuck with you all these years. So that's chapter 2. Chapter 3, a brief history into Black hair, how most of us living in the United States of America, our ancestors came here from Africa, and the journey that our natural hair undertook, everything from the Tegan laws and to assimilation to where we are now, and also where we're headed in the future. Chapter 4, Creamy Crack. Now we all know what that's about. That hair relaxer that half of us don't use anymore anyway. But I tell my story about how I started with the hair relaxers and how I was so pressed to have one, and the story behind that. Chapter 5, The Miseducation of Madam C.J. Walker. I'll let you read that one for yourself. Then there's part 2, Your Strands. Starting with chapter 6, What does your hair say about you? This chapter is all about how people perceive you based off of the type of hairstyle you wear. Whether you're natural, whether you wear a wig or weave, we've been conditioned to think that European culture and beauty is more superior. And so that is why a lot of women wear wigs and weaves that are straight and blonde. And then I go on to talk about what your hairstyle choices say about you. Chapter 7, the most popular chapter of them all. Just say no to that weave. Now, Black women get so touchy when it comes to their wigs and their weaves, honey. Don't talk about nobody's wig or nobody's weave, because they be in my comments going off. This chapter is all about how you just have to say no. Say no. I'm not going to spend my money. I'm not going to damage my hair and my edges. And I'm not going to spend any more time getting fake hair and taking care of a wig or a weave versus putting time and effort into taking care of my own hair. That's what chapter 7 is all about. Chapter 8, hair story. So this is a story about when I was in the military and how I had gotten these negative comments about my natural hair texture. Chapter 9, I am not my hair. Now I know we all heard that song, I Am Not My Hair by India.Arie. Chapter 9 tells you why you are your hair. And it's a part of your identity. It's just a part of who you are. And it is what it is. And it's okay. Chapter 10, it's a shame. Chapter 10 was all about this troll on Facebook who tried to shame me because of my hair texture. She was comparing my blowout to someone else's defined curls, which Black women, we should never do. Never compare your curls to anyone else's. They say comparison kills. So chapter 10 was all about that story and how she tried to shame me and how I handled it. Chapter 11, natural hair is professional. Now this is another story about how I handled a situation in a workplace setting where my supervisor called me into his office about my hair. Some drama, how I handled it, and what I decided to do with my hair. Chapter 12, you're walking around without your crown. This is just to let all Black women know that if you're not rocking your natural hair, you're not rocking your natural crown. Honey, Black women, melanin queens. We are queens, honey. You need to have your crown out. You need to show up and show out, honey. Then there's part 3. It starts with chapter 13, the natural hair revolution. And that's all about how Black women are starting to learn to love their hair. We're creating communities around natural hair. There's all kind of YouTube videos popping up on the internet and on social media. There's all kind of videos, hair care products, Black owned businesses, hair salons. Everything is centered around natural hair. And so it's been a revolution that has started years ago that we all need to be a part of because it's all about loving who you are. Chapter 14, returning natural. Chapter 14 goes into depth why you should be going natural and how it's time for you to return back to yourself. Get away from all the fake stuff, stop covering up, stop hiding, and just go natural. Chapter 15, free your mind and your hair will follow. Now I say this all the time. It starts with a mindset shift because the mind is a powerful thing. Whatever you think, that's what you're going to become. So it starts with a mindset shift and then it starts with caring for your hair. Chapter 16, the bold and the beautiful. Chapter 16 is all about how I'm seeing the Black queens out here rocking their natural hair and how we are standing up and we are showing out. Everyone from celebrities to hair influencers and just your everyday average Black woman. We're all starting to return natural and we're showing up. Chapter 17, knowing your self-worth. This chapter is all about turning that self-hate into self-love. And I give you some practical tips on how to love your hair and to accept who you are. Chapter 18, take up space. Now, Black women are always trying to find a seat at this proverbial table when it's time that we create our own. It's time that we stand up and be who we are, take up space in this world, stop hiding, stop trying to copy other people, and follow the trends and set our own trends and create our own tables. And then finally, there's chapter 19, the strength of your strands. Now, this sums it all up, why going natural is so important to just loving who you are, and how natural hair is just a form of self-care and loving yourself and living unapologetically. And it also addresses the fact that no, going natural is not going to solve all your problems, but it's going to help you to accept who you are and live out your life as your best self. So go out and grab your copy. It's available on Amazon Books. It's on my website at JOSHICABEAUTY.com. And it's available wherever books are sold. And also log onto my website at JOSHICABEAUTY.com. We've got some exciting things planned for the month of September and some great rewards programs that we just started, sales and giveaways. So if you're not subscribed to our newsletter, go over there now, JOSHICABEAUTY.com. Sign up for our newsletter to get all the inside scoop and the deals and to find out what's going on with Joshica Beauty. And then also follow us on Instagram at Joshica Beauty and Facebook at Joshica Beauty. And then if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. Tell me what you think. Have you gotten your copy of the book? If not, go out, grab your copy today. It's on sale on my website. Read all about why you should be going natural and start your journey to loving your natural hair.